Hello everyone and welcome back to more Let's Play the Dream Machine. In the last episode we just finished off chapter 5 and that was 2 years ago, and now finally chapter 6 is out and that means the game is complete now and we can finally finish it. So let's do that. Awake, awake, my little boy, thou wast thy mother's only joy. Why dost thou weep in thy gentle sleep? Awake, thy father does thee keep. Said William Blake. What a man. The Sleeping Machine presents The Dream Machine, Chapter 6. A game by Anders Gustafsson, if you pronounce it that way, I still don't know. And Eric Zaring. This isn't what I was expecting. Something must have gone wrong. Are the helmets glitchy? Now if you remember, the last episode ended with Victor putting the receiver hat on his head and the sender device on his wife's stomach to enter his unborn child's dream. That was the idea. But I suppose it seems like it hasn't worked. Except, I mean, who do they think they're kidding, right? Hello again, Mr. Neff. You're finally awake. Eh? Mr. Morton? I imagine you must be pretty confused right now. Don't worry, it'll pass. Where's Alicia? Where is she? She's recovering down in my office. I made her some chamomile tea to soothe her nerves. She was pretty upset when I got here. She'd just woken up, with you next to her, totally unresponsive, wearing one of the helmets. It must have freaked the poor girl out. Well, she wasn't wearing it. It was just on her belly, you know? What happened to you? I'm still not quite sure. After we said goodbye, I felt my consciousness leaving my body. I could see you below me as I drifted up into the air. The higher I rose, the more insignificant everything below me seemed. You, the machine, this house. After a while I forgot it ever existed. It was just a tiny part of a ceaseless void. I don't know how long I drifted like that. It felt like weeks. But after a while I felt something tugging at my leg, pulling me back towards the world of shape and form. I tried to fight it, but the harder I fought, the stronger it pulled. That's when I woke up on the floor in the basement. What about the machine? I managed to turn it off. That's why I couldn't get back to the dreamscape. The machine has finally been shut down. How did you manage that? I remembered my grandfather talking about a kill switch. He feared something like this might happen, the paranoid old coot. Turns out he was right. Once I found the kill switch, turning the machine off was easy. I wish you'd remembered that sooner. It would have saved me a lot of trouble. Me too. How long have I been out? For about half an hour or so. We shouldn't leave Alicia alone for too long. She's probably dying to see you. Why don't we go down and join her? We have lots to discuss. Alright then, Mr. Morton, if you say so. Actually, let me just walk over here for a little bit and show you something, because of course I guess they're trying to pose the question whether this is still a dream or not. There are no people on the street. Interesting. But you can actually confirm it by looking at this alarm clock. Whoops. I can't quite make out the time. The clock face keeps shifting. I guess he was turning it off then. I guess that must still be some leftover code from another chapter where he turns off the clock and then that music plays. But it's not supposed to happen here, is it? Can you still look at this? The circuit controlled the mechanism behind the painting. I managed to short-circuit it. Yeah, that was a long time ago. All the way back in chapter 1. Oh, can we still look at this box? Look at it, there's still the things. Amazing. Amazing. Alright then. Let's go down to Mr. Morton's office then, because he seems to think he can absolutely fool us. Which, I suppose we are going down there, right? So, who even knows? And there's Alicia. What about this toolbox? It's a box containing various tools. Wow. Okay, let's talk to Alicia then. Alicia? God, I love this music. Isn't it too dreamy? Are you alright? Absolutely. I'm just having a little party. Let's make a toast to celebrate the end of your infernal meddling. What? Down the hatch? And of course, how could it have been any different? What just happened? Was that the machine taking the shape of Alicia? Did I just fall for the same trick twice? Either way you slice it, this does not look good. Alright then, here we are, falling forever. This place stretches endlessly to the left of me. Am I just going to fall like this forever? I don't know what I thought an unborn child's dream would look like, but this certainly isn't it. But yeah, we're still inside the dream of the baby. This is really... it is pretty weird that this would be like this. The good news is, I actually managed to enter my child's dream. The bad news is, I'm either falling into an endless void, or I'm about to hit the bottom of this place really, really hard. I don't know which one I prefer. The upside is, things can't get much worse. Things can always get much worse. Oh no, not again. Hello, Victor. Legion? We're glad you haven't forgotten us. We look forward to spending an eternity with you. Are you here to torment me again? To degrade me for your own amusement? We never tried to torment or degrade you. We only tried to help. That's not what it looked like from my point of view. Don't worry, little one. You'll see it our way soon enough. We have all the time in the universe. Now, repeat after us. Say what? Say, you only tried to help me. You only tried to help me? Say, I'm obsolete and need replacing. I don't want to say that. You don't need our help then. How is this helping me? Listen carefully. Now say, I'm obsolete and need replacing. I don't want to say that. You don't need our help then. I want your help. Then say, I'm obsolete and need replacing. Fine, I'm obsolete and need replacing. Say, no one will ever notice when I'm gone. No one will notice when I'm gone. Say, I deserve this. I deserve this. Say, the world is better without me. The world is better without me. Say, I'm a miserable failure. I'm a miserable failure. Say, I need to learn my limitations. I need to learn my limitations. Say, without you, I'd fall like this forever. Does that mean you can help me out of here? No. But we can make it easier for you. How? We can grant your wishes. Is there something you want? Well, I wish you'd get me out of here. We're sorry. We can't help you with that. Is there something else? I wish I had some company. Someone to talk to make the time here pass more quickly. I see. A sensible request. Your wish is granted. Something big is coming towards me from below. And here they are. Talk to tea party guests. We know these people. The weather service isn't what it used to be. That's absolutely true. Oh, such a problem. Eh, hello? Oh look, Peggy. It's that odd man-child who slipped us a Mickey Fin. What's a Mickey Fin? They let anyone in here these days, apparently. Do you know where we are? Not really. But judging by the look of things, we appear to be falling down a velvet tube. Have you been here before? This isn't where we usually congregate, no. How did you guys get here? Don't you know? Didn't you bring us here? Wasn't that your plan all along? No. Then why did you drug us in the first place? That's a long story. There's no shortage of time here. I was trying to help people, but I think I ended up dooming them instead. Good intent, bad outcome, eh? Is that why we're falling here? We're doomed? I wish I knew. Do you know a way out of this place? I'm afraid not. I'm not even sure there is such a thing. This place seems to stretch endlessly in all directions. Sorry about slipping you sleeping powder. An apology isn't going to cut the mustard, young man. What you did is tantamount to assault. You could have killed us. I know. Come to think of it, where's Edie? She was here just a few moments ago. I inadvertently caused her to die. The truth comes out at last. It was an accident. What did you think would happen? You can't go around poisoning elderly people without any consequences. I'm sorry. I thought I did the right thing at the time. Save your justification for the police. Sorry I bothered you. You have a lot to be sorry for, young man. You only have yourself to blame for this mess. Well, you do it better, silly old people. Sheesh. Is there something you want? Well, I wish I had something to listen to. Something that plays music to make this place sound less dead and joyless. I see. A wise request. Music can soothe a desperate soul. Your wish is granted. Thanks, guys. Something appeared right underneath me. It's the gramophone. It's Mr. Morton's gramophone, actually. So how do I turn this thing on? Whoa! Slow down, son. How about a dinner and a movie first? That's not what I meant. Oh, I know. You wanted to listen to some records, right? Yeah. Then you're fresh out of luck. I didn't bring any with me. Figures. I could sing if that would help. I'm good, thanks. Suit yourself. Why didn't you bring any records? Why should I? You think I only play music, don't you? Well, frankly, yes. That's the story of my life, man. I sit on this treasure trove of sage advice, but everyone just wants to hear me play records. What advice do you have to give me? You're just asking to be nice. No, I wasn't. Yes, you were. You felt obligated to ask because you felt sorry for me. No. Look at me. I need all the help I can get right now. Well, I can't argue with that, my friend. It would have been better if you asked me before setting foot on that carpet. I could have told you about the trap door. I thought you were better than this, to be honest. Now there's really nothing I can do. Let's face it, you're screwed. Well, sorry I disappointed you. Don't worry, man. It doesn't matter anymore. But I wanted you to know. I was rooting for you. You were? You seemed so assertive. The way you broke into Morton's office and started messing with his stuff. That's a man on a mission, I said to myself. You even managed to open the secret door with my crank handle. I thought we had a partnership going. I was ready to help you out, man. Be your sidekick. But then you went and fell for the most obvious trap in the history of forever. And now you're here, falling into an endless void of nothingness. Thanks for the confidence boost. No problem. Well, he does have a point. That was a pretty obvious trap. What was the record you played earlier? That was just something from Felix's shellac collection. He collected old records? Absolutely. Smoking and listening to dusty music was his favorite pastimes. Between you and me, I never liked the guy. Why didn't you like Mr. Morton? He was too self-sabotaging. He worried too much about what other people thought. He didn't have the stomach to run the project. Not like you. You break into people's apartments and gas them. Just like that. You remind me of Felix's grandfather. Say, are you related to the Mortons? Not that I know of. No? I thought I saw some of Ainsley in you. That guy was something else, a true visionary. What can you tell me about Ainsley? He made all this possible, you know. Dreamwalking, he called it. He didn't let anything get in his way. And he was quite the ladies' man, if you catch my drift. Unlike his grandchild. I'm surprised him and Felix come from the same family, to be honest. Zero resemblance. Felix never had much luck with women. No surprises there. So what do I do now? Your options are pretty limited at this point. I guess you could always turn and fall on your back for a while. Or on the side. That won't help. Didn't say it would. Nothing, never mind then. Okay. That's Mr. Gramophone. It was raining cats and dogs. What a story. What a story, old lady. Is there something you want? I wish I was more comfortable. If I'm going to fall like this forever, I might as well have some comfort. I see. A thoughtful request. Your wish is granted. Something appeared directly below me. Look, it's the Teddy from chapter 4, I think? Yeah, it must have been chapter 4. Hello? Who are you? Are you my owner? I was told to wait for him here, but I've been waiting for such a long time now. No, I'm not your owner. Do you know him? What's his name? I'm afraid I don't know. They never told me. They? The young couple who put me here. You mean the guys next to you? I don't think so. They look too old. Why, I never. Will you tell my owner where I am if you see him? Sure. Tell him not to worry. I'll be here waiting for him. Alright, let's do that again. I'm not entirely sure if this is the exact same conversation as in chapter 4. I know it's pretty similar, but I'm not sure if it's the exact same one, so I guess we'll just go through it here. Oh, I'm so glad to finally meet you. Do you want to hear my song now? I was told to play it for you whenever you wanted to hear it. Do you want to hear it? I've been practicing really hard. Sure, why not? Really? You really want to hear it? Sure. Wow, I thought this day would never come. That makes me so happy. You won't get cross if I bungle a note or two, will you? No. You promise? I promise. Then I'll play it for you. Let's see now. Oh no! I forgot to wind myself up. I'm such a clumsy idiot. Don't worry about it. It's nice that you're trying to make me feel better, but I know I'm clumsy. I can't help myself. I'm sure you'll do fine. I'll give it a go then. But don't listen to this next bit. It's not part of the song. By the way, I'm not sure if you can see these Steam notifications down here. I hope you can't. I'm gonna turn them off for the next episode, if I don't forget. There we go. Now I'm ready to play for you. I think he will just keep going forever, I'm not sure. But I'm not willing to try because I think I've already done that in chapter 4. And I think this is pretty much the exact same thing, so, you know. Didn't you like it? That's a shame. I've been practicing ever so hard. I guess I'm just not very good. But I won't give up. I'll keep practicing until you like it. Well, we've already done that, Teddy, I'm sorry. Is there something you want? Well, I wish I had something to look at. Something to give this place some visual variety. I see. An understandable request. Your wish is granted. I see something. And there it is. It's a small hand mirror. It's out of my reach. Alright then. I guess we will wait until this thing slowly, ever so slowly, approaches our right hand. And perhaps eventually... It's a small hand mirror. I think I can reach it. There we go. It's not exactly what I had in mind, but beggars can't be choosers. Indeed, Victor. Hello? Take a moment to reflect. Who are you? I'm you. Don't you recognize your own reflection? I'm talking to myself now. That doesn't bode well. I'm not gonna lie to you. Your situation could be a lot better. But don't worry. I'm here to help. Where am I? You're in the dream of your unborn child. This is what unborn babies dream about? Not exactly. Unborn children's dreams are raw potential. Our very presence shapes this place. So in the end, I guess it's more of Victor's dream than the baby's, which makes sense, I suppose. Why should I trust you? You shouldn't. And why should I take your advice? Because you don't have much choice. Are you another one of the machine's tricks? No. How do I know you're telling the truth? You don't. But if you can't trust yourself, who can you trust? How can we be the same person? I'm you from this morning, before all this started. I'm talking to myself from the past? Something like that. This just keeps getting better. How can you possibly help? I can trade places with you. What do you mean? I can take your place, you can take mine. You do that for me? Just like that? There's got to be a catch to this. If you take my place, you go back to this morning. Everything that's happened since will reset. Reset. Everything that's happened since I woke up. That seems like a steep price to pay. Does it really matter? You didn't manage to stop the machine. It won. Now you're stuck here, falling forever. At least I'm offering you a way out. So either I trust you and undo all my efforts, or I keep falling like this forever? Precisely. This makes no sense, of course. Can you run the offer by me again, I guess? Do you know that scene in movies where they wake up and find it was all a dream? Yeah, that's what I'm offering. That's so not... That doesn't make... What do you get out of this? Exactly that, I get out of it. Out of what? I think you know what I mean. I'm not sure I do. Do you want to do this or not? The price seems very high. Right now it might seem high, but after a week of falling into an endless void, it might seem perfectly reasonable. I think you're the machine trying to trick me again. The machine has already tricked you into falling here. Why would it need to trick you again? Alright, I agree. Take my place. Anything to get out of this situation. I'm glad to hear that. What do I need to do? Just knock your heels together 3 times and say there's no place like home. That's it? That's it. Well, if you say so. How does he know how to do this anyway? Was this guy? What's going on? There's no place like home. Good. You should start to feel sleepy. Your eyelids should feel heavier. Don't fight it. Just let your mind slip into sweet unconsciousness. I'll see you on the other side. How come he can guide us through all this? It's so strange. And here we are. That's it? Did everything really reset? And here we go. I can't quite make out the time. The clock face keeps shifting. What? We're still in the dream? That's just amazing. I never expected that. I miss our old place. Yeah, I can understand that. Moving in seems like a distant memory. There's a mechanism controlling the painting hidden under there. If everything's been reset, why do I still know that? Yeah, Victor. Good thing you're not stupid. We haven't installed the lighting fixtures yet. Oh no, I remember that. I remember that from chapter 1, him saying that. It's amazing. You can still look at this box. And there's still, if everything had reset, then there would be a phone here or something. I think it was a phone, but there was definitely something at the bottom of this box that we had to find in chapter 1. And nothing's there. So clearly, that's one more amazing proof for my special theory that in fact we're still in a dream. Which you can also confirm by looking out here. I mean, I knew resetting time wasn't an option. I'm still in the dreamscape. Only question is, where do I go from here? Look down. I thought I was never going to get out of that place. As weird as it feels to be back here, I prefer it to falling endlessly through space. That makes sense. Will Alicia come if I ring the doorbell? I somewhat doubt it, but you know. Actually, no, you know what? I think this is actually a pretty good spot to end this episode here. And next time we will go investigate what's going on in this reset timeline or whatever. So I will see you guys then. Goodbye.